With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 red. 60 red.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
His throw incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That's actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in here by Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Taylor. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Flushed out right. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A run with Mostert up the middle. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Adafe Owe from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And
ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Play action. It's Jackson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
There we go, baby.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They hand it off to Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Tua. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They go play action with Jackson. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Jordan Stout now. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
On the double.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now it's Jackson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
First and 10, Taylor now. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating, because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play, because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 98 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And going deep for Hill. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
In motion is Bo. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Oh, there he goes left side. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's put that team on the clock. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Jim.
In motion is Bo. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They run once more with Taylor.
And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great play there. 35 yards. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for two to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
This is our time. Our time.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
17.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's Tua. Buying time to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Zero.
And they'll accept that penalty. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
One ready? Check 55, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Check.
In motion is Bo. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
104 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Again, it's Taylor.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. In motion is Bo.
To the right side, this is Taylor. He'll get this down to the 38.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. In motion is Bo.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out. They have the big second half. And that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Miami,
the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire